What if I told you that reality isn't something fixed or universal, but something entirely shaped by your perspective? Imagine this sunset, its beauty, its colors, its grandeur. What you feel, see, and interpret may be completely different from what the person next to you experiences. That, in essence, is the provocative idea behind the words of Protagoras, one of ancient Greece's most enigmatic thinkers. Man is the measure of all things. But what does it really mean? How could a simple statement continue to ripple through philosophy, morality, and modern life for over 2,000 years? Today, we unravel the mystery of this phrase and discover its profound implications. The historical context of Protagoras. Our journey begins in the golden age of Greece, where the city-states thrived and philosophy flourished. Protagoras of Abdera, born around 490 BCE, was a sophist, a group of intellectuals who taught rhetoric, reasoning, and the art of persuasion. But unlike many of his contemporaries, Protagoras was controversial. His ideas didn't merely challenge convention, they turned it upside down. In the world of the sophists, knowledge was not about discovering universal truths, but about mastering the art of perspective. Protagoras famously declared that every human being experiences reality differently, and therefore becomes the measure of their own truth. For him, there was no absolute standard, only interpretations. But Protagoras' relativism wasn't without its critics. His ideas stood in stark opposition to the towering philosophies of Plato and Aristotle, who believed in objective, eternal truths. This clash set the stage for one of the greatest debates in philosophical history. What is truth, and who gets to define it? Breaking down the meaning. To truly understand Protagoras' statement, we must dissect its meaning. When Protagoras says, "Man is the measure of all things," he suggests that everything, truth, morality, beauty, depends on human perception. In simpler terms, what is true for one person may not be true for another. Take this storm, for example. Is it beautiful or terrifying? The answer lies not in the storm itself, but in how the individual perceives it. This is Protagoras' relativism. Truth and meaning are personal, subjective, and ever-changing. It's the same logic that fuels debates about taste, morality, and even justice in modern life. What one person considers delicious, another might despise. What one culture sees as virtuous, another might condemn. If man truly is the measure, then truth becomes fluid, shaped by context and perspective. Criticism and the clash of ideas. But not everyone agreed with Protagoras. Plato, for instance, dismissed relativism as dangerous. If everyone's truth is valid, he argued, then there can be no shared foundation for knowledge, morality, or justice. Plato's solution? Objective truths, unchanging and universal, exist beyond human perception. Plato believed in the forms, ideal versions of things like beauty, justice, and truth that exist independently of human interpretation. Protagoras' philosophy, by contrast, embraced uncertainty and the messy, subjective nature of reality. It was a fundamental clash between certainty and skepticism. Even Aristotle, Plato's student, took issue with Protagoras. While he valued observation and human experience, Aristotle sought universal principles that could explain the natural world, truths that were not subject to personal whims. Relevance in the modern world. Fast forward to today, and Protagoras' ideas are more relevant than ever. In a world of social media, fake news, and cultural diversity, we're constantly confronted by conflicting versions of truth. What's real? What's fake? Who gets to decide? Protagoras challenges us to embrace this diversity of thought, to understand that what's true for one might not be true for another. His philosophy forces us to confront the complexity of human experience. In education, law, and ethics, Protagoras' relativism teaches us the value of perspective and empathy. While it may not provide easy answers, it opens the door to deeper understanding. Truth or paradox? So is Protagoras right? Is man truly the measure of all things? Perhaps the answer isn't found in the statement itself, but in what it compels us to do. To question, to explore, and to seek understanding in the infinite kaleidoscope of human experience.